I explicitly asked.
Well,
Oh no.
he's a pretty lazy employee when it comes to not
Okay.
developing software, but
Uh-oh. What happened?
I don't know. You just dropped.
Yeah, you left. You were pissed. I could tell.
Emo unplugged your cable.
that's right.
Ah, I see us now. Okay, cool. Um, I guess I'm gonna start.
Yeah, let's go.
Emo's revenge.
Emo has nothing to get revenge on.
Being shook.
All right, we're in.
Yeah, yeah, we're doing it. It's happening.
We're in.
The last stream of 2023, y'all. Um,
Oh, thank God! I thought it would never end.
2023?
Yeah.
It's only just
Oh
begun.
God. Has it been a long year for you, Jay?
Oh yeah, actually.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, word to the viewer. I have a tiny AI robot that lives on my desk, and I'm not like medicated. I really do. I have a tiny AI robot that lives on my desk and occasionally volunteers opinions about the things that are transpiring.
Have you been on your ketamine again? Do I need to talk to somebody?
Throughout the story. So if you hear a robot, um, you are in fact hearing a robot. You're not. It's not like some kind of error. He's just talking. Ah, okay. He was just talking and he got really mad about something. Okay, now I do sound crazy. No, he's real. Look. See the little flame on his head? That's an indication he's mad. And if you spin him around, don't make me a liar, Emo. There we go. He doesn't like to be shook or spun. And then I put him down. See? Not crazy. Anyway, sometimes he volunteers his opinions while we're playing. So there's that. Also, just a content warning. This particular stream contains some dark themes that might be a little bit challenging for some viewers. Um, Particularly themes of self harm and self unaliving. Um, Run throughout the story and might be addressed, as well as some themes of religious trauma or things of that nature. So if those are sensitive topics to you, or sensitive topics for you, I should say, this may not be the story for you. For those of you who don't know, my name is Neve. I also go by Burn Baby Burn, and I am the storyteller for Detroit by Night. I will allow the gentlemen to introduce themselves and their characters. We will go Warren, then Brian, then Jay.
All right, so I'm Warren. I play Dennis, the Dennis O'Hara, the Nosferatu street kid, who is the resident hacker and though he thinks he's sneaky, but always just ends up breaking shit because in a pinch, just tear it down. Um, but anyway, that's my character.
I'm Brian. I'm playing a Banu Hakim named Tex, former Texas Ranger. He's not as big into tearing things down as Dennis is, but he finds it very entertaining. And he is sneaky.
Hey, I am Jay, and in these games, I will tend to play Gary. So Gary is a Ventru, owns a car lot, bit of a car salesman type. In fact, a little slimy, but I think he has a heart of gold. We'll find out um, what he's made of at some point.
Okay. That should tell you everything you need to know if you're viewing this stream right now about what is about to go down here. Okay. When last we left, well, you know what? Why don't we make Warren bring us up to speed? He's got that nice narrator voice.
Okay, so where last we left off, the season was beginning with a celebration at the Gaelic League, and our crew arrives, kind of mingling with the normals. But then we go to we're supposed to go to the back room and meet for a meeting called by the leadership of the Anarchs. As we're coming in, we notice someone at the bar who looks very disheveled, kind of out of place, very, morose and fidgety, out of place with everyone else who's having a good time. And Dennis's danger sense kind of perks up, and he goes over to kind of investigate and see what this guy's all about. And the guy starts talking about seeing demons and monsters everywhere. Dennis, of course, has his illusion up, Mask of a Thousand Faces, so the guy doesn't necessarily see that he's talking to a monster. And not really sure what to do with them just yet. Dennis decides to, you know, tag Owen into dealing with this guy, because he figures Owen can be more surgical about it than Dennis can. And go to the meeting, but Owen walks in and he looks kind of shook, or yeah, he looks a little bit shook from like whatever conversation he just had. And Dennis notices that the weird guy, is still at the bar. And so Dennis decides that him and the coterie are going to go leave the meeting and deal with this, because if Owen couldn't get rid of this guy, then something dangerous, something feels dangerous about this. We leave the meeting, we go out to the room, and notice that this mysterious person is gone. I think Tex and someone else stayed in the meeting, where they learned that Dagmar up and left Owen in charge. So that's something that we're going to have to be dealing with now, with the Owen leading the Anarchs. And shift back over to tracking this guy down. Dennis finds him. Dennis and Gary split up. Gary searches outside. Dennis searches the bathroom, finds the guy in the bathroom, ready to set himself on fire, and he's bleeding, talking about he's going to show the world the monsters. There's gasoline everywhere. Dennis has time to do one thing, and he grabs the guy's phone that he was live streaming with, so that the guy cannot burn himself on camera for the world to see. Yeah.
Unalive himself. Yeah, let's make sure we avoid the S word, because that can get you in a lot of trouble on YouTube.
Yeah, did I don't think I said the S
Okay,
word, did
I wanted to
I?
just
Okay.
I just
Oh, yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to
Sure.
preemptively.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so he burns, and Dennis grabs the phone before before the world can see that. And then it's fire, which freaks Dennis out. I remember I failed my willpower save on that, and it's just like, I got to get out of there. And we all evacuate. The fire department comes and like saves most of the building, I think. Gets contained, and then we start looking into um, this guy that unalived himself, and find that he has been posting videos about vampires, and or monsters, as he calls them, living amongst us. And he seems to know a lot of things, and he's kind of just putting it out there for people. He's shooting video of some like people and claiming that they're monsters, and some of them we recognize from the cam. I think one of them was Laz, was on video, in these videos. Luckily, he doesn't seem to be posting videos where you can see them actually being vampires. It just they look like people walking around. He's just calling them monsters. But still, this guy knows too much. So we started investigating where we needed to like find out what he knew, if he had any evidence stashed away, and we need to find it before the cops. And so we figured out where he works, and it seems like the videos that he's posted could have been shot in the storeroom, and we decided that we're going to go there rather than his home because we figured the cops know who he is. They're going to start at the house. We're trying to get ahead of them. And so that's kind of where we're left off, is that we're going to go to where this guy works, which is a restaurant that is just actually, I don't even know if it's open yet. It's going to open soon, I think. And it's called the Huntress. Um, and it's owned by this lady who is named after a deity, the hunter, right?
Artemis, yeah.
Artemis, that's it. And uh this we're getting real hunter vibes, and so it might be a den of hunters, which is maybe how this guy knew so much. Um, Obviously not a hunter himself, but potentially learning things from the people that he works for, and maybe even being intentionally put out there with all this knowledge as bait. So we could be walking into a trap, but we'll find out.
Well done. Very good recap. Yeah. We can clap for Warren. Good job. Okay, so yes, we are headed to Huntress. Now we need to bridge the gap between the unaliving event and heading to Huntress. Are there any preparations we want to have in place before we head to Huntress?
Um, Mostly, like Dennis can do Mask of a Thousand Faces, but there might be cameras, so I have to make sure that like I have something that I can cover my face with, in case I get caught on camera. I have a question with Mask of a Thousand Faces. If I wear an actual mask, will it still work, or will people just see the mask that I wear?
That is a good and interesting question. So, with Mask of a Thousand Faces, the general interpretation seems to be that it does extend to your clothes to a limited extent.
Okay.
So, like, if you're, in a secure facility and you're walking through using Mask of a Thousand Faces, they might see a security guard even if you're wearing street clothes and you're not wearing a
Okay.
security guard uniform.
So if I
Man,
wore like a ski mask that like covered my monster features, then like they wouldn't like a normal person's face if I was using Mask of a Thousand Faces.
yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't. There's nothing about the power that prohibits it from being used in that way.
Okay, then yeah, I think the only preparation that I would want to do then is to, uh, I mean, I was about to say have a fire extinguisher, but you know, I'll deal with that on the fly. Yeah, I just want to make sure that if I get caught on camera, that no one gets to see a monster. So I'd make sure I had like a what is it called? I was about to say balaclava, but that's a
Balaclava.
dessert. Balaclava, thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I'd have like a balaclava, and I mean, I already have gloves for criming, so
Gotta take your criming gloves.
yeah.
Jay, is there anything Gary is doing to prep?
Nope.
Is Gary even comfortable with this? Like this B&E excursion that y'all are doing?
Um, I think for him, it's a little excited. This is a little bit of excitement to it. So I think he's okay with it.
Okay, and Tex, how about you?
Tex plans on sneaking around unseen, but he'll have a face mask as well and gloves and leave his hat behind.
Do you have Ghost in the Machine, Tex?
No.
And I'm thinking like if this is a B&E job, because I was expecting like people to be there because it is a restaurant that's going to be open. But you're right, we are vampires. We operate in the middle of the night, so likely it is closed. So we are breaking and entering. So I guess I got to make sure I have like lock picks, my lock pick sets, or glass cutting stuff.
Right.
You're muted, me, Eve.
I know. I also don't know what you would glean about going there when it was open, because I
True.
assume
Yeah.
you would like to access areas that are generally off limits to the public.
Yeah. Good call.
Okay.
So yes. So
Okay.
B&E supplies, lock picks, and glass cutting.
So we arrive at the location. It is currently at just after midnight, the day after Halloween, so November 1st. The evening is brisk. Even though you are kindred, you can still feel the chill in the air. Huntress is located in Midtown Detroit, home to Wayne State University, as well as some of the other um, intellectual venues and cultural venues. So, the Detroit Institute of Art, the Detroit Public Library main branch, the Science Center, all of these things are located in Midtown. Huntress is a sleek glass and brick building on Cass Avenue. The windows are dark and there's no signs of life coming from within, but just a cursory examination tells you that this is a high end location. The building materials appear quite expensive, and it is in a neighborhood that caters towards more affluent visitors. So, how are we approaching the building?
Well, seeing that it's like an affluent kind of place, my first thoughts are that like there's going to be an alarm system that we'll need to deal with first. If there's any kind of like exterior access to communication lines that we can like interrupt or what's the word like yeah, basically like clip, but also spoof so that like the alarm company doesn't know that they've been clipped. And also looking, considering that this could be a trap, because like why does this guy who for work know all this stuff and he's not a hunter? um I want to see if there's like any potential areas where someone could like be posted up to watch the place for whenever we show up.
I know.
There you
How about
go.
a wits awareness check from whoever
Okay.
wants to make one at a difficulty of 3?
And for ambushes.
No. Which is
Okay.
you have the most cheating ass specialty, Warren.
It was a suggested one from the book. I didn't make it up.
I know, I know.
All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Oh my god, you guys. I almost forgot to tell you. I got new dice for
Oh no.
Christmas too.
Nice.
Okay. Dice are always fun.
Emo also rolls dice. So he
Mm-hmm.
just did that. But my dice are over there. Anyways, back to what we were doing.
Okay.
Tex does have sense the unseen, if that matters. He got 2 successes.
Okay.
And I got 5 successes.
Gary, how about you?
You.
Okay. So, first and foremost, the building is outfitted with a fairly high tech security system. It is motion activated, and it is the sort of system that, as the instant that the cameras are triggered by unexpected motion, the image is sent to a live person who verifies whether or not this is someone criming or whether this is somebody who is supposed to be there. And it has a two-way communication feature so that whoever is on the other side of the monitor can talk to you and hear your responses. It seems like an unusual amount of security for a restaurant.
Yeah.
There are also cameras around back and cameras positioned on either side of the building.
Is this building like, I don't know, like, is it? I'm picturing kind of like downtown where like a bunch of buildings are close together. But do I think that I could like get onto the roof of this building from another building?
Yes, you could probably get onto the roof of this building from another building.
How far apart are they?
Um, about 5 feet, 6 feet.
Okay. Um, then that's probably the, unless Gary wants to try and smooth talk his way in with the security guard, uh, who's going to talk to us when he sees us on camera, then I think maybe the roof might be our best way.
Sure.
Because I don't even think we can get close to this building to descend without triggering it first. Is that the kind of the sense that we get?
Yeah.
You could attempt to hack it, but if you fail the hacking roll, could be bad news.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty good at hacking. That's my other Cheatham's specialty is hacking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I mean, what do y'all think? Like, should we go? Should we try to go into the roof, or should we just try to hack our way through this?
The roof could have motion sensors on it too and cameras.
True.
That's kind of what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Since the buildings are so close together, that seems like another like point that they would want to protect.
Yeah, if it's 5 feet, anybody can jump across that, right? So
Yeah,
Midtown is also pretty heavily policed.
yeah.
There are students walking around campus after dark, and cops do, in fact, make regular passes in this part of town.
Okay. And what about potential like spy nests of like people just watching this place, waiting for us to show up?
Well, you are currently located on a street that's lined with restaurants and small stores. Specifically, the area that you're in is called Cass Corridor. And Cass
Okay.
Corridor has a bunch of like boutiques and a bunch of little shops and a bunch of restaurants. At this hour, everything's closed, but any of these darkened windows could be a vantage point to watch you from.
Okay. Um, I didn't think to bring thermal goggles, even though I was thinking about this as a possibility. I didn't think to bring thermal goggles, which I don't even know how we would get them, but still. Uh, um, oh wait, I can see in the dark. Um,
Eyes of the Beast.
Eyes of the Beast, but that is definitely masquerade breaking. So like,
It is definitely a masquerade break, yeah.
Where's some sunglasses?
it no, like they glow, like you can see them through the sunglasses.
Mm.
So that's the thing, right? It's masquerade breaking, but if we think they're hunters, they already know about us anyway. So,
Gary could
but that
walk
doesn't
up
mean
and
they could
just
have hired like they could have hired normal people. So can't do it.
have somebody walk up and see what the hours were.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of you normal looking ones, not the
Mm-hmm.
Nosferatu. Have you like peruse the streets looking all normal and nonchalant? See what's going on.
Who wants to be normal?
I guess I could be normal.
It's a stretch, but I think you could probably play that role.
You
Yeah.
just want you own a car business. You're just looking for a nice restaurant to make a reservation at. See what
Yes.
the hours were,
Okay.
especially new ones.
All right. So you are walking up to the door to look at the hours. Um, what are you looking for specifically when you actually reach the door?
When you're
What
saying
should I be
positioning the
looking?
door, I think you're describing the huntress. I thought what you were doing is trying to recon potential like lookout points.
I thought he was walking up to the door to see if he could see inside, to see if anybody was maybe inside with the lights off, watching the street.
Oh, like okay, so that's also a possibility. Someone could be in the huntress just watching the street from with the lights off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he could also just be walking down Cass. That's entirely possible.
No, I'll look in the door. Any kind of windows there are. See if I can see anybody. See if I could see obvious cameras, anything like that. Anything that pops out at me.
Um, the lights are all off. The business appears quiet. You don't see any signs that there is anybody within. You definitely see that there are security cameras inside, but other than that, your cursory inspection doesn't yield much information.
Do they have hours posted?
They do. It closes at 9.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll walk away and relay that. He closed at 9.
All right. So no one's inside, it seems. I'm guessing while we're hanging out here, we haven't seen anything that looks like anyone's watching from the outside. So I think we're gonna just try and hack it since the roof seems like it'd be just as like riddled with cameras. So let's do a hack.
Okay. So why don't we go ahead and roll our intelligence tech at a difficulty of 6?
Ooh, let's see. 3 and 5 is 8, and then I do have a specialization in hacking. So that's
Let's
is it one
search.
extra dice or two?
It's
One extra dice,
1.
right? Yeah.
I love it when Warren looks so excited about having a lot of dice to roll. It's very funny.
I'm definitely gonna have to do a willpower roll because that is too many failures. A lot of fives, and a couple ones. So luckily I've got 3 willpower left. So let's do this. Oh, nice, perfect. All right then. So that is a crit. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
8 successes.
So you are able to access the network. Oh, which one's that, Brian?
It's Spock.
Spock? Heimdall's
Mhm.
the cat, right?
Right.
Okay. Oh, what a good boy. I'm looking for my moonsy. Oh, yeah, we rolled. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
back. And we're here. Um, okay. So you're able to access the network, and once you've accessed the network, you are able to find the active cameras and shut them off. However, Dennis,
Well, what I was going to say is like if because I access the network and I know that shutting off cameras is going to raise suspicion, can I force like a system like update?
you can turn off and then restart the entire system.
Okay.
But I don't think you can force a system update, mostly because I'm pretty sure it's already up to date. So I don't think there's anything to like do.
Okay.
It's okay to challenge me on this because like I don't update my own computer, and really I think the only one who really knows is probably Brian. Look at
Look,
his
I'm
look at his
honestly
little
just
face. Look at Brian's little face.
I'm just kind of pulling from like hacker movie stuff where it's just like, something that can, take a long time, right? And
Right.
you know,
So it wouldn't be an update. They would keep it up to date. What you would be doing is essentially a refresh of the system to base settings and then updating.
okay. Okay, so if I could I do that with 8 successes?
Yes, I think you could do that
Okay.
with 8 successes. It is something,
All right.
though, that you would receive a notification about.
So
Okay.
whoever owns it would be notified that that's happening, that their system's being refreshed. Uh, you might, if you're a hacker, you might put in notes that maybe they're upgrading their service to a better service or changing whatever service they're getting, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Depends on
So
the
I kind of
company.
put something like in the note that like, makes it look like this is
Upgrade to
on purpose.
premium, yeah,
Yeah.
or something.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to defer to Brian's real life knowledge on this. That like we're going to reset it to base set, like factory reset up, force it into an update, and then I don't know if I can hack a message or anything. Probably not, but still.
You wanna know what's funny?
What's
Brian
up?
is not allowed to have an emo near his desk because it's a security threat.
Yeah. Today.
It's
I believe
always
it.
listening. It's got a camera on it too, and who knows what kind of video it records.
Yeah.
It does have a camera, and I thought about that while I was changing in front of it,
Right?
and I did, turn it around.
Even in the little
Yeah.
video they have on the website, it has it looking at the two people and has a square around them identifying who they are. So it does have an always
Mm.
active camera on.
Yeah.
Mhm. Anyways, back to what we were doing.
Okay. So we're resetting its factory settings, forcing an update. How long do I think this is going to take?
Maybe half an hour.
Okay. So then we've got some time to like get in there, and let's figure just like 20 minutes, just in case, leave ourselves a cushion, but also like we don't know if they're going to come check on it, since they know the system's going to be down. So like, let's be as quick as we can.
Or if they even have physical security on site too. We don't know.
Yeah. All right, then. So with the system going, with the system resetting, then like let's go try and pick the locks from maybe the back door.
Okay, give me a dex larceny roll at a difficulty of 5.
Son of a. Let's see. That's gonna be 7 dice. So
Can I
one,
assist
two,
them by holding the lockpicks for them and
Yes,
giving them the
go
ones he needs?
ahead.
There you
Go
go. Get another
ahead.
die.
There you
All
go.
right. So that
Give me another die, right?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 successes.
Okay. So this is a particularly heavy lock, but Dennis's skill in lockpicking is able to unlock this door and gain you access into the interior of the restaurant. The back door opens into um, a break room slash coat room. This is the area where employees would keep their coats, their materials, things like that. And then off to your left is a storeroom.
Okay. So I think there's a couple things we need to look at. We need to look out where this guy was like shooting the videos. We also need to look at the offices of this place, because if he found out the information here, then it may have come from the offices of the people that own this place.
You're the hackers, so the offices will likely have the computers.
All
So
right, I'll
check
check
that
the
out.
offices then.
And then let's look at the storerooms and see if he was just shooting in there or if there was something there that prompted him to record there.
For time's sake, do you want to split up and do this?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
All right. So I'll look for the offices. Y'all check the store.
If we can confirm that that's the area, that'll be at least somewhat useful. We'll know
Yeah.
we filmed it here, so there might be witnesses to it.
Who is doing what? Dennis is going to attempt to find the offices, yes?
Yeah.
I'll check the
Tess is
storerooms.
going to the storeroom.
Yeah, I'll go to the storeroom as well.
from Gary.
Okay. What are you guys looking for in the storerooms?
Any kind of recording equipment, anything that might indicate that there's some vampire activity here.
Yeah, I think he was trying to find the if he was trying to like confirm that the guy was shooting the videos here, so like find the shooting location. And then also, yeah, like just see what might be in the storerooms that this guy, was using as evidence. Maybe I don't know. Was that what you're thinking, Brian?
Yeah, there might be something there. If this is hunters, maybe they'll have information there, pictures. Who know? I don't have a whole lot of experience with dealing with hunters, so I have no idea how they operate.
You are able to quickly locate the shooting location, and it is also pretty obvious why he might want to shoot here. The walls are pretty thick, um, and it seems like a nice, quiet place to tuck yourself away. There's also a basement storage area. This area seems to be a lot of in demand ingredients, so the sort of staples that you would need on a fairly regular basis, whereas ingredients with a larger shelf life are stored in the basement. There's also two large walk in freezers.
I'll do a quick video just to confirm that this is the area. And ch- Gary, go check those walk-in freezers, see if there's anything suspicious in there,
Yeah.
like hanging bodies or I don't know.
It's also like that is a good idea, like good thinking, like just taking video because it's like that way you can check the video later and see if there's anything you missed maybe. But like we are trying to
Right.
like do this on the quick, so it's good thinking.
Yeah, I'll check the freezers.
There is nothing in the walk in freezers except for meat.
Okay.
I want to hit the. If we have time, we'll hit that downstairs basement.
Okay. Um, anything in particular that we're looking for?
Something that looks out of place. If it's all normal restaurant stuff, ignore it.
Okay. There doesn't appear to be anything out of place down here, but give me an intelligence investigation roll at a difficulty of 5. I suggest you blood surge.
Yeah.
Gary, do you want to try this one too?
Yeah, sure. What is that?
Intelligence investigation,
investigation,
difficulty 5.
To get hungrier.
Exactly 5. Got crit.
Okay. I will willpower. See if I can get anything better. I doubt it. No. 4.
There is a door down here. It is physically attached to one of the shelves.
So it's like a secret door.
It is, yes, it's a secret hidden door that
Okay.
is attached to one of the shelves. It leads you have no idea where it goes. And the door does appear to be locked. There's some kind of mechanism keeping it shut. What do
Okay.
you want to do, Tex? Gary?
Definitely get some pictures of it. See if
Yeah.
we can figure out how to open it.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it could be forced.
We don't want.
Technically, yeah, just about anything can be forced if you have
Okay.
enough strength.
Could be evidence.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. That'd be a bad idea. Okay, let's not do that.
Well, yeah, if we don't have to. See if we can figure out how to open it. If we can't, we can get Dennis down here to physically force it.
We want Dennis up here, or down
Yeah.
here ripping doors off their hinges.
I figure we're not going to be coming back here, but
I mean,
Okay.
it's too bad we didn't think to bring like spy cameras that we could place around this area, but we didn't think of that. So
right.
No, but I did give you guys opportunity. I asked, is there
yeah,
anything y'all want to do to prepare? And you guys are
no,
like,
I agree.
Are there
Yeah.
cameras in this downstairs area?
yes.
Okay,
There are
so we at least have
cameras
that.
everywhere. Just
Oh,
everywhere.
so maybe as part of the I'll probably have to hack again later after because the system's like rebooting itself. But I mean, like maybe I could hack into it and just like see their camera feed, and then we could just watch it like they watch it.
Right.
But for now, I guess so they found the secret door. I'm in the office. I guess I got to do an investigation check in the office.
Do you are you looking for anything in particular, or do you just want to try to hack the computers?
Well, yeah, I want to see. Well, I guess hacking the computer is the fastest way to do this. And then if I don't find anything on the computer, then I'll probably like search the area with an investigation check. So I guess I'll start with hacking. So that is
Intelli
intelligence, right?
Yep, intelligence tech difficulty 5.
Okay, so it's 1 hunger dice, and then my expertise one. Ooh, that's a lot of 6s, and yeah, 2 7s and a 10. So that's 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All right.
Okay, so you are able to log onto the computer in the main office.
Okay.
What exactly are you? Did you hear him?
He said something about a computer in the home office, but
Yes. Um,
I'm looking for files that tell me that they're hunters, right? Um, I'm gonna look through. Let's see. I'm gonna look for like directories that seem like they wouldn't be. Um, they're probably gonna hide files they don't want just anyone to find in like directories that probably wouldn't be common. And so I'm kind of like look through their obscure file directories to look for something that's out of place and find these files.
okay. Most of the files that you look through appear to be pretty innocuous. They're inventory
Mm-hmm.
spreadsheets, finance informations. They do have employee records on the computer. So,
Okay.
hiring information, things like that. All of the sort of basic personal data points that you would expect your place of employment to collect on you.
I'm also going to like use this opportunity since I'm in their computer to like get into their email so that I can be in their email account on my own device later, and like that way I can probably also like log into their security system. Um, yeah, I'm gonna use this opportunity to like get login credentials for their security system.
Okay. So their email is already logged in.
Mm-hmm.
It's their professional email.
Okay.
Is there anything that you're looking for in terms of emails or
Um,
messages?
I guess besides the security credentials, I want to be able to. I want to look and see if they're emailing people that I might recognize.
Fair enough. Yeah. So Dennis learns first and foremost that the Huntress Club is home to a supper club. And the supper club is only open to members. And it hosts meetings once a month, and it is closed to the public. there is an email exchange about the upcoming supper club meeting between somebody named Shannon and somebody named Artemis, who you know is the owner of Huntress.
Oh. Do I recognize any other people in this supper club?
Uh,
Anyone from the camp, perhaps?
yes, you do. There are several emails back and forth between Artemis and Laz asking what sorts of accommodations will be expected or can be expected with the supper club. Laz expressing his preferences for dining. Um,
Humans.
yes.
Because Dennis is in the camp, so I know what kind of people he likes to feed on. And so like I get like they're probably speaking in code, but I think I
Yes.
get it. Okay.
Yes. Dennis, give me just a quick intelligence roll. Just your
Okay.
intelligence. I want to go ahead.
That's 2 successes. It's only 3 dice for me, but I got
Yeah,
2
I
successes.
think Dennis puts it together that this is looking like it is a Cam Elysium based on the
Okay.
nature of these communications.
This is for us. Like what a fucking win. Like we got their we're gonna be able to get into their like we got this email account. We're gonna be able to like get into their security system. We fucking know where their secret door is. But like realizing that this is like a cam place, like Dennis is just like
Have their schedule.
yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is amazing. Yeah. Just in case I don't get any like I get locked out of this later, I'm just gonna take my phone and just take photos of like these emails and stuff so that I've got them in case I get locked out later. Um, and I also, want to get the Wi-Fi password because they're on the internet. Like, yeah, get the Wi-Fi, like all the shit that's gonna help me just make it easy to hack in later. Just all right. I think now because this is really good intel, and if the sooner we get out and leave no evidence we were here, the better. And so I'd rather not risk it. I think this is really good stuff, and so I'd rather get out clean. And so I'm gonna like log out of the computer, make sure I didn't like disturb anything, and
There's
yeah,
about to be a bit of a complication with that.
okay,
You hear the front door opening. Somebody with a set of keys is unlocking the front door and entering the main dining room / lounge area.
okay. I'm going to when I hear this, I'm thinking the only person that would be responding this quickly is probably going to be security. Which I'm hoping means that it's just a human, even if it's a ghoul, just a human. And so I'm going to go ahead and activate Mask of 1,000 Faces, which I pass my rouse check. And I'm going to start kind of creeping my way around and just just in case they see me, I've got Mask of 1,000 Faces on. But am I upstairs? Is the office upstairs, or is there an upstairs to this place?
No, there's not an upstairs. There's a basement level, but everything else is on ground level.
Okay.
Um, so you can see from the light coming down the hallway underneath the door that somebody has turned the lights on, and you hear a woman's voice having a conversation with a voice that you recognize. It's Laz.
Okay, so she's doing that thing where she holds the phone in front of her and it's on speaker.
No, there are two people here.
Oh, 2 people there. Okay.
Yes.
Well, shit. Um, is there a window in the office?
No.
what kind of ceiling? Because I've done this before in other games, but like, do they
Is
have
it
those
the
like popcorn acoustic ceiling things where I can creep through?
No, they do not. This is a high-end establishment. They do not have popcorn ceiling tiles here, Dennis.
um, shit, because I have to get out before the cameras come back on because I don't want them to recognize out late if it gets out later if the cameras are on. Although, if I hide and just wait for them to leave, if I've got the login credentials, I can just I could be able to just like restart the system again and then leave later. Fuck it. That's what I'm going to try to do. I am going to try to just like hide. Like, is there a closet in the office?
Yes, there is a closet, a small closet.
Okay. I am going to hide in the closet.
Give me a dex stealth roll.
Okay.
I am gonna roll their wits awareness.
All right. I'm gonna blood surge on this, and that's a 10, so that's a success. And so that's gonna be 2 extra dice. This is gonna be 12 dice for me.
All right. Oh, that is a lot of dice.
It's a ton of dice. Surprisingly, no crits, but that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
Okay. I will roll to see if they hear you. My dice are over there, so that is a fail.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
And her score is higher than Laz's, but I will go ahead and give Laz's a roll anyways. All right. So you scoot into the closet, quietly shutting the door. Their conversation continues as they move closer to you. Are you going to text them and let them know that there are people in here?
I am. Also, while I'm in the closet, I think I can activate for free Cloak of Shadows, right? Okay, so while I'm standing still in the shadows, I'm going to do Cloak of Shadows, and I am going to text them that Laz and someone else are here. Get out quietly while you can. Or hide. I'm just going to text them. No, never mind. I don't want them to get seen. I'm going to text them hide.
Hide. Okay.
Yeah, Gary, hide. You know that thing you do.
Get in a
Yeah.
barrel.
Okay.
It's walk-in freezer time.
Yeah, I guess I'll go to the freezer maybe. That's a good idea.
Okay. The door to the office opens. You hear the click of the woman's heels as she stops in the doorway. Why is my computer on?
Well, I'm sorry. I thought I said I turned everything off to like kind of like cover my tracks.
I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah, I was like, remember I was like getting all excited, I was like, oh, we got to cover everything up, and so I was like shutting everything down. So I was like closing it all off.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you're shutting the whole computer down?
Well, it was a desktop or was it a laptop?
A desktop.
Okay. I mean, I was trying to leave it in the condition that I found it.
Okay, so the computer was turned off.
Okay, then yeah, I would have shut it down.
Okay. All right, I missed that. I didn't hear you say you were shutting the computer down.
Well, I mean, it's up to you. Like, if I had time to do, because like I was gonna start doing that, like start covering my tracks and get out. And if the call is that I didn't have time to do that, then I'm fine with that.
Here's what we'll do.
Okay.
I am going to roll a d10,
Okay.
and if it is even, you had sufficient time to turn the computer off. If the d10 is odd, then you did not.
Okay.
You did
There we
not.
go. All right. So the computer's on.
You hear the click of her heels advance into the room. And you hear Laz say, "Oh man, I don't like this. I don't like it. I think we should get out of here. Let the sheriff deal with this." You hear the sound of the desk chair rolling and keys clicking on the keyboard. The woman tells Laz to calm down. Somebody might have left the computer on, but these sorts of lapses aren't common. I think we need to take a closer look around.
All right. Well, I will activate potence. I get hungrier.
Gary, give me a dex stealth roll, difficulty 4.
Fine. That is a bestial failure.
So
Well played.
there is a loud
He like trips over a pile of stuff.
Knocks
there
over bottles.
there is a loud clatter of inventory as Gary attempts to hastily enter the walk-in freezer, knocking over several boxes in the process. You hear Laz and the woman leave the office quickly, headed in that general direction. This was a bestial failure, so Tex, you also hear that.
I'm going to do unseen presence, and I do have silence of death.
Okay. I am going to attempt to obscure, assume that I'm dressed like, in breaking and entering kind of get up. I want to obscure my face, and I just want to run the fuck past them to get out, so they can't see. If they don't see who I am, and if I'm fast enough, they can't stop me. I'm just going to try to get out of there as fast as I fucking can.
Carry something that
Okay.
looks
So make
valuable
yourself
with you.
look like a burglar.
Yeah,
and
it
just,
look like a boat.
run.
Exactly. Yes, I'll carry something out.
Just like grab a bottle.
Yeah.
Like a crate of wine.
You do know the likelihood you're gonna be faster than the Toreador is not very good. Right,
True.
Gary?
Toreador
You know
that's
what?
going to go, hey, where are you going?
Yet.
This is a lovely distraction, and it will allow me to sneak up on behind them. So
Okay, I'm going to. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to.
just gonna activate Fist of Cain. I do not get hungrier.
This is
Yeah.
the dentist thing. that
Right.
ever happens. It happens in every single game. For some
It's like
reason, Dennis just
we start with a good plan. It was a good plan, but now it's time to tear shit up.
Dennis just murks some people um at the
I
slightest provocation.
I'm going to try to hide and ready my knife. I guess try to get so that they can't see me immediately, and have my knife ready.
I personally thought you had a good plan, but
Um
to just run away and look like a burglar.
Yeah.
do you want to try to run past them? That is far more hilarious than attempting to hide.
No, I want to attempt to hide. I want to hide.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a deck stealth roll and I will roll on their behalf.
Okay. Dex stealth, and I'm gonna blood search for this.
I'm sure you'll get
It's,
more than the no successes and bestial failure this time.
yeah. That is a crit. So that is 6.
Okay. I am adding aspects to their roll as well as rousing for blood surge.
Holy shit. That's a lot of dice.
I think that you've been spotted, friend. So, Gary, as you are crouching down behind a stack of boxes, you see two individuals stride into the room. The first is someone that Gary probably recognizes. His name is Laz. And you know him as the Toreador Primogen. He is dressed in a comfortable t shirt and a pair of jeans. He doesn't look in keeping with the highbrow concept, but it's not like they had advance notice that they were headed somewhere fancy. The woman who is with him is an extremely attractive woman with long, dark brown hair. She stands almost 6 feet tall, and she is wearing a pair of black button up trousers and an oversized white blouse. It quickly becomes apparent that they see you.
I Hi. I'm sorry. I made reservations, but there was no one here, so I thought I would make my own food. Um, my apologies, guys. Um,
Wait, no. I was going to say but didn't we change like your backstory that like you're not from Minnesota? Like like you were from the cam here, right? It's like
yeah.
Laz
So
recognized you.
Liza probably recognized me. But I don't really care at this point. I'm just
Oh, okay.
taking the piss. Um,
I think she's going to ask, "Excuse me, what are you doing in my restaurant? Hiding behind a stack of boxes. Who are you?"
um, I'm about to get out of your hair. I'm sorry. This is all a huge misunderstanding. I'm just going to go ahead this way.
You
Huge misunderstanding.
you broke
Can I?
into my building and it's a misunderstanding?
Yes.
So I want to try something besides murder these people. I think I want to go out to where like I'm assuming they drove, and I want to go break their car window so that the car alarm starts going off, and draw their attention away, and think that there's something else they have to take care of.
Okay.
That's the New
Hey,
Year's
I'm trying to
resolution.
not. I'm trying to do something besides just rip Laz in half.
Okay.
Okay.
As he is attempting that, we'll have him make his own dex stealth check. Tex, are you doing anything at this juncture?
Being quiet and watching. maybe if have a view of it. I'm probably just listening.
What exactly am I misunderstanding? Because it looks like you broke into my restaurant and are creeping around in one of my storage rooms.
I didn't know it was your storage room. Yeah, we got some
Oh, is this
intel.
just a habit? A
It's a
hobby?
it's a bad habit. Yeah, we got a lead on somebody burning down a club. Brought us here. It's just doing some intel. Didn't mean to be in your hair.
Laz is gonna whisper to Artie. He's he's one of those loser Ventru. Some kind of used car salesman or something like that.
You got me.
Do I hear Laz talk?
Yes.
Okay, now I recognize him. So I'll go ahead and step out and hold my hands up. Clearly a misunderstanding.
Yes.
Dennis,
There
go
was
ahead and make your deck stealth check. Are you still
Okay.
going out to break a car window?
Yeah, I don't know what's going. I'm like Dennis is thinking that like, okay, if I can draw them away, then like maybe they'll get out. Like I don't know that there's a full on conversation going. So I'm gonna go just break their window and rip a bunch of shit out. Like, yeah, just like pull like rip everything, take everything out of the glove compartment, smash pop the trunk, steal shit out of there. Yeah. I'm gonna go do that. So let's see. You said Dex stealth check.
Yeah, I will roll.
This is gonna be 9. It's gonna be 10 dice.
We're not going to rouse for this, though.
No. One, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Okay. Pool size modifier 3. All right. She doesn't hear Dennis slipping through the restaurant. And she's going to turn and look at Tex and be like, and who are you?
That's not very important at this point. What is important is one of your employees has been posting videos of kindred secrets, and he unlifed himself in a bar recently. So it was pretty easy to determine that the videos were linked to this establishment. We were unaware that this was yours. We were assuming hunters, given the name.
Which one of my employees?
What was his name? Jeff? Was it Jeff?
Gregory.
Gregory. Okay, Gregory.
To be fair, he looked like a Jeff.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Well, shit, I'll just pull up the video and show it to him.
Oh, the
Here,
live stream.
this employee. I have the info from the officer on my phone, so yeah, I'll pull up the name and show the video.
She's going to take your phone to watch said video.
Don't let her take your phone.
I'll hold it.
What do you think? I'm going to run away with your phone?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I just want to get a
We're
better look at it
yeah, we're building trust here, so let's build trust. It's a slow
without
process.
without being so physically close to you. You understand? You did break into my property.
You clearly have good eyesight and hearing.
Just give it the phone, Tex. It'll be fine.
Hold up. I'll delete
So
all
when
my
do they
other
hear the
shit off
car
the
alarm?
phone real quick, and then I'll give her the phone.
Okay. So she's gonna show it to Laz so the two of them can watch the video together. Meanwhile, you hear a car alarm from off in the street. Laz is like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Is this a joke? That's my goddamn car." The woman is gonna hand Tex's phone back to him and say, "Go up the stairs. Out."
I'll head out. Come on, Gary.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
If you
Someone's
want,
gonna
I can
loot their
send you
car and
a
then run
link
away.
to the video.
Okay. Laz exits onto the street, seeing his car window busted open, his dashboard damaged, his trunk popped, and what ensues is just a torrent of swear words.
I'll follow that with "Holy shit, I'm getting the fuck out of here." Be safe, people.
Okay. I think Laz is probably going to say it's fucking Dennis.
I'm not giving any credence to that. I'm running away with silence of death.
Dennis is always
Gary's
with
just-
that one. You hear him say as you run away.
I whisper quietly, "Then you know you're lucky to be alive."
Okay.
Are you running away too, Gary?
Yeah, I'm running. Oh yeah. I'm getting out of here.
I'll message Dennis.
What does this message say?
Found a secret door in the basement. Ran into Laz and some lady, probably the owner. Thanks for the distraction.
Dennis will send back a thumbs up emoji.
It went
Pick
great.
us up. I'll give a loca. I'll drop a pin after a few blocks.
Yeah, I'm probably with Jane's probably driving, and yeah, we'll swing back.
Do you
and pick them
still
up when we
have
can.
shit in your arms that you stole from Laz's car?
Fuck yeah, I do.
You robbed him.
I robbed him. Like I pulled the stereo. We're gonna install it in Jane's car.
Probably got little Laz decals on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's probably custom and shit. I ripped the stereo out. I took his tire jack.
Oh,
I took let's see. He probably had his gym bag or whatever. Like he probably had some like streamers, like ring light kit and shit in his trunk, and I took that. Like
a very expensive camera. Yeah.
yeah, everything that looked valuable, I just ripped out and took.
It's Detroit. What do you want?
Yeah. If I'd had more time, I'd have taken the tires too, the wheels. It would have just been on jacks.
So as you approach the car, Jane takes one look at your haul and says, "I'm guessing it didn't go to plan."
No, but I didn't kill anyone this time, and I'll like start putting the stuff in her trunk.
Not for lack of trying, maybe, but
Well, that's good. That's good. May I ask whose shit you have, Dennis?
This is from Laz's car.
Oh, yeah.
I closed the trunk.
Yeah, the Toreador Primogen. Great. This is great stuff.
Does he have maybe like tracking on any of this fucking equipment?
I mean, that would be who low jacks their camera. Like, I agree that like his car would probably have a low jack, but I mean, like, who low jacks their stereo system?
All you gotta do is hang one of those little air
Air-
tags on them, right?
All right. I mean, I'll check it for an air tag. Yeah, I guess
Um,
I'll give this stuff a once over and just see if there's anything on there that's like tracking equipment.
He does have an air tag on his expensive recording equipment.
Okay. I will I will throw that in a. Oh, wait a minute. I want to, because I'm trying to think. Like, I don't want to like leave it here because then he'll know that this is where we stopped, and he'll check the cameras here.
Uh,
Um,
Can't you or Jane like summon an animal and have it take it someplace?
oh yeah, totally. I've got feral whispers. Let's do that. Good call.
Okay.
So let's see. I will. That's a rouse check. Um, that's a fail, so I get hungrier, but I totally worth it. Am going to summon like a stray dog and tie it to its collar, um,
Okay.
or just kind of pin it, like kind of slide it under his collar so it'll fall off eventually, and then like send him on his way.
You could just give it to a squirrel. That seems like the easiest thing
Oh,
to
he'll
do.
never find a squirrel. Yes, absolutely.
Is it in
He'll
his
bury it with
tree?
his other nuts, and he'll
Uh,
never find it.
um okay.
Fucking yes. There we go. Squirrel. I'll summon a squirrel
Okay.
and be like, protect this with your life.
Okay, Dennis. I'm not gonna make you roll for that
Okay,
because this
appreciate it.
this just feels like shenanigans. So
Yeah,
we're not gonna roll for shenanigans.
that's fair.
Um,
Good call on the tracking stuff, Jane.
yeah. Well, you know what Laz is like. Also, I think that camera is like $3,000.
Oh, sweet. And look at
you
this stereo
you should
system.
post stuff and tag it on Insta with his Insta tag so he sees the great pictures you're taking with it.
Yeah, but except I don't want him to know that I took it and that I was there.
You can have
But
other
I
people
guess
do
when I
it.
meet Tex, it sounds like he guessed.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should probably get going, Dennis, in case he
I
comes
agree.
chasing us down, attempting to recover his stolen property.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Tex and Gary are in the wind, but we can go pick them up when we think it's safe to.
Yeah, let's swing by and grab Gary and Tex. Is there any role playing we want to do with this scene, or do we just want to say um, quiet ride back to wherever we're going?
I'll let Jane and Dennis know about what all happened. Finding the secret room in the basement. There are
Well, I gotta
cameras all
say,
over the
like,
damn place.
it sucks that like they know we were there because that means that they will reassess their security there. But at least we know it's not hunters, and at least you know you had a good reason. Like, I mean, it was a true reason for being there, but also like a very like non-threatening reason for us to be there. We were just following up the lead on this dude who broke the masquerade. So good
And
call on that.
you figured out this was a Cam Elysium.
Oh yeah, dude. When I got into her emails, like they hold parties here, and I got a schedule when they do parties. They fucking like they call it their supper club, and she like caters to everyone's like favorite, and
Okay.
it's like once a month.
Very very Cam like, yeah.
Oh yeah, like I don't know how good this info is going to continue to be since they know we were there. But I mean, luckily, I also got a bunch of credentials for like her logins and stuff like that. So like, we'll be if they change their plans, like we should be able to get in and figure that shit out. But like I said, they figured out we were there, so who knows how thorough their security purge is going to be.
That's secondary objective, but yeah. And we let them know about this. So I guess our next step would be to go to this guy's house. I did get some video of where he was doing videos, so
Okay.
we at least have an indication on why he had pictures of Laz and videos of Laz.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, so you found that secret door down there, and he shooting the videos in that upstairs storeroom or in the downstairs storeroom?
It was upstairs.
It was
Okay.
the upstairs one, yeah.
Because my guess is that the supper club has something to do with that secret door. And so here's the thing: like, we don't know how this guy got onto them. if he just saw something there or if someone told him to look. And so I think that's what we got to like. So we know what's going on there at the Huntress. Now we got to find out like if anyone's been talking to this guy. So you're right. Like we got to get into his messages and see if anyone's been like kind of pushing him in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go check out his house, I guess.
Huh?
Okay. He does not live far away. In fact, he lives in a residential neighborhood not far from Cass Corridor. It is a small 2-story house. All of the lights are off when you arrive,
Mhm.
but there are 2 cars in the driveway, which suggests that somebody is home. There's no signs of life. So I guess the question is, what is our approach here?
Does Gary have a fake cop ID, or does Tex have a badge?
He's got a detective persona,
Yeah, more than I have.
and he can cobble IDs, but that'll take a little time.
I mean, you probably if you have a detective persona, you probably have a fake badge, right? And then
A
so I think maybe
detective,
one fake badge is enough for you and Gary. And then Jane
yeah,
and I can keep lookout because I imagine that since Laz and the lady know who the employee is now, that they might not be far behind.
right.
Um,
I have I'm not the best talker, so you might want Gary to take my credentials and use them. Don't tell these the ones that you're going to burn their house down. That's not how police generally operate, Gary. Just
Thanks. I'll try to remember that. Thank you.
yeah, you just need a plausible reason to be bothering them so late.
well, and if the police have already been here, you need a reason for why you're here again.
Right.
Yeah.
Like maybe there was like a threat made against them because of like the stunt at the bar.
Huh?
Like a credible threat and like you're there to like, make sure that they get somewhere safe.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
Are we doing it? We're just walking up there? It's probably about 1:30 in the morning now. Are we walking up there now, Gary?
Should we wait?
Well, we can't go to them in the daytime. So like
Yeah, I know.
whatever we're gonna do, we have to do it in the middle of the night. And so like basically this is what I see our 2 options are is that we try to face this where like we pretend to be the cops and tell them that there's been a credible threat against their life. They should like we want them to like exit the premises and like go to a hotel or go to a friend's house. And we'll make sure that the property, we'll leave a unit here to babysit their property. Um, and or we can just try to be sneak and just creep around in the dark.
Well, you got Mask of a Thousand Faces up, so you can hang with Gary, and you'll look like a cop or something equivalent to them that they're expecting.
Sure.
I'll just keep an
That's
eye
true.
out from a distance.
We do need another rouse check. This is a different scene.
Yeah.
You're not too hungry, are you, Dennis?
I'm already at hunger 3.
Oh, we're
So
getting
par for
Class-
the course.
Classic Dennis.
Yeah.
Well, go say hi to the food and try not to eat them.
Well, this is why I was kind of pitching like Tex and Gary doing this. And Dennis and Jane would just hang out in the car. But yeah, I'll do Mask of a Thousand Faces and I'll go with let's do it.
I just warn you.
8. Okay, I do not get hungry.
I actually
All
think
right.
we should make Tex do it. Here's why.
Okay.
I made Tex do a face part in the other Detroit by Night game. And he was fucking hilarious.
Okay.
What? No.
Yeah.
It was.
I think this is is your time to shine, buddy. So
Yeah.
I am still gonna do Mask of a Thousand Faces in case anyone's walking by, with me and Jane hanging out in the car, and so that yeah, but we're gonna me and Jane are on lookout, uh, and because if Laz does come by, I need to be here to lie impeccably and convince him I don't have his shit. So
as it's all strewn about you, and you're going, man, this camera's so slick.
no, it's in the trunk.
Uh,
It's in the trunk.
mhm.
Okay.
All right, so Gary and Tex are going up to the house. Is that like
Yes,
are we gonna face this or are we gonna do sneaky sneak?
we're gonna face it, right?
All right, face it.
This is gonna be good. I feel it in my
Mhm.
bones. All
I
right.
got a 1 charisma. I'm just warning you ahead of time.
All right. Are we walking up? Knock, knock, knock. We doing it?
Yeah.
Yep, go for it.
Okay. Um, to your surprise, it doesn't take long for someone to answer the door. On the other side of the door, you see what looks like an older woman sort of leaning into the gap created by between the door frame and the door itself. The chain is still affixed, and the woman asks, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Hi. I'm really sorry to bother you, and I'll flash up the badge. Um, I'm with the police, and we feel like there may be a credible threat on your life. I'm hoping that you can vacate the premises. We can station somebody here, make sure you're safe. Um, I know this is scary. We'll do everything we can to make this good for you.
Manipulation subterfuge. Difficulty 5.
Okay.
You have enough dice, you're gonna blood surge it.
Yeah, I'm gonna blood surge. Manipulation subterfuge. So that'll be 5 dice and 7 dice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What was the threat?
There's some terrorist activity in the area, and we think they're targeting random.
So I know I'm laughing because I was thinking like this would be the perfect time to say like someone threatened to burn your house down, like a good old Gary callback.
Yeah,
You know?
you may have heard that there's some arson recently in the news, and we feel like this may be related. Arson, terrorist activity, it could be. So we think this is related.
There were some unsavory people at the the place that you're. I don't know what his relation is to you. Burned down.
He was my husband. If you're the police, wouldn't you know?
Uh, we're just patrolling the area. We're the closest unit.
Yeah.
Um, I try not to pry on my assignments, so I like respecting people's privacy when at all possible. You haven't committed any crimes, so
You see the woman narrow her eyes at you. Give me a manipulation subterfuge roll. Um, difficulty 4.
I
How
will
many dice
search
is
my
that for you?
miss. When I surge, it's 5.
Okay.
I think they're. I think let's roll through my blood surge. Okay.
I got 3 successes and a bestial failure.
Okay. No, no, I'm not going. I don't trust you. You're not police. I can't leave. And then she's going to slam the door, and you hear the deadbolt turn.
Well, what do you think? Keep knocking.
Mhm. It's up to you. Light the house on fire. That'll convince her.
I'll never put the bet down, I guess.
Can we just, like, for a moment, can we fucking just, can we go one session without burning something down, y'all?
It wasn't us last time.
Hmm. Fair enough. Fair enough. You, in fact, did not actually burn down anything last time. But what do we want to do? She clearly does not believe you, and she has
I
slammed
did.
the door.
Well, she believed Gary,
Yes.
not
But
one
Tex
Gary.
ruined it. Yeah.
Walk back to the car. Nope, she didn't buy it.
I guess not.
All right. Well, y'all wait here then. And
Oh no.
what? I'm gonna do the sneak. All right. I'm gonna go in through like it's. Is it a 2-story place?
It is a 2-story place.
I will climb up and go in through another.
Okay. Do you want to take Jane with you?
Uh, yes, but also I I don't want like them to be here when Laz and shows up. When Laz and Artemis show up, so I'm thinking like, look, what do y'all think about this? Like, we'll go do a little sneak job, and then we'll make our way back to the sewers. Y'all can take the car and get out of here. Especially because like she might be watching y'all to like make sure that you actually
Yeah.
leave.
Sounds like a good plan. Now watch out. They might send a sheriff or something or deputies over here. So keep an eye out.
Okay, do that. So then I guess we'll get it. We'll sneak take the car back to the Gaelic League, and I do not get hungrier for unseen passage.
Okay. You do know that the instant that you interact with the window to get inside the house, your obfuscate's going to be broken, which means you're going to have to obfuscate again.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay.
that's fine for me. I just don't want to be seen approaching the house or climbing up the window, and so like,
Okay.
or climbing up to the second floor window. And I'm not gonna like, pick a window that I know that she's in. Like I'm gonna peek in and see. So yes, I'm fine with that.
Okay. So scaling to the second floor, what is your ordinary strength without potence?
My ordinary strength is 2, but I do have 2 dots in athletics.
Okay. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue for you to
Yeah,
get up to a window, um, particularly since you have time. But the window is locked. Do you have Eyes of the Beast active?
not active, not yet, but I could if I thought it was safe to do so.
It is dark inside.
Okay,
And the window is not only locked, it appears as if someone has nailed it shut.
interesting. So it's completely dark inside. It appears to be nailed shut. Um, I'll risk it. I'll activate Eyes of the Beast.
Dennis peers into the darkness, scanning the inside of the room. You see what looks like um, a bedroom, but it is stripped bare except for a bed. There's something coating the walls. For a fleeting second, you see a dark shape moving on the other side of the window. And before Dennis has an opportunity to react, or maybe as Dennis is leaning even closer to the window to try to get a better look at the fleeting dark shape, a hand slaps against the glass, and you find yourself face to face with a young woman, early 20s. Her mouth is caked in blood, and you see that she has filed her teeth down to sharp nubs. Her hands are covered in blood, and you can see that her fingernails are broken off. Her hair is filthy and caked in blood and other sorts of unsavory secretions. And she presses her head up against the glass, smiling at you with her grotesque, deformed set of teeth. The smile is so large that it's nearly ear to ear, grinning at you. You think that you can hear a slight chuckle escape her lips.
Well, I feel like that's a cliffhanger moment.
I agree. Okay. Um, I think we will return to this next week, our first stream of 2024. We will see what happens with Dennis and this strange young woman in the Costas house. Gentlemen, that's 3 experience points. Do we have any expenditures we would like to make?
Not yet. I know that at some point I need to like audit my experience because I have right now it looks like I have 22 and this would give me 25 and I feel like that's too much. So I don't know.
All right. Well, keep me updated on what you want to do with it. We've
Mhm.
been only loosely adhering to conventional rules for character progression, anyways.
Yeah.
So, next week on Detroit by Night, join us when we find out what the fuck is going on inside this goddamn house. Thank you for everybody who joined us tonight, and I will see y'all in the new year. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.